Hi, welcome to today's Talk of the Town. I'm Sandy Benson. Pamela Martin, Ovens, and Charlie Ryan stopped by to talk about the exciting release of their new thriller by Single Star Publishing called Deceit, Disappearance, and Death on Hilton Head Island. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It sounds like a thriller. So what caused the two of you to write this book?
Well, it's the 10th anniversary on March 3rd of the disappearance of John and Elizabeth Calvert, two high-end entrepreneurs here on Hilton Head. They disappeared without a trace, and just a few days later, maybe a week later, Dennis Gerwing, their accountant, who later was accused of embezzling millions from them, was found dead in his villa at Swallowtail. So it's a mystery that has never been solved. They've never found the Calverts. No one knows whether Gerwing died by his own hand or whether there was a third party involved. So Deceit, Disappearance, and Death is all about this mystery. I think you can call it a thriller that people have been waiting 10 years for. Pamela and I started investigating it about a year ago and decided that there needed to be a book, an investigative book, to reveal new details about this mystery. And Pamela can tell you about the FOIA that she received from the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office. The Freedom of Information request revealed a lot of things that people have not known until now in this book.
Wow, interesting.
Right, it has things in it that have never been printed before. The packet writers, Tim Donnelly and Daniel Brownstein, were working on this case with the Sheriff's Office. But I think when they were writing their articles, the FOIA information wasn't there yet. It came out later. They released it later. So we were lucky to have that, 650 pages of information.
Wow. So what was the biggest surprise you experienced in your investigation?
One of the things that I found surprising was the fact that there's very little DNA involved in the case. Normally, in a case such as this, you'd find DNA. It's a mystery as to what happened to the Calverts. Were they murdered in their offices? What happened to the bodies? It is a mystery as to if they were murdered there, how were they carried out? Who knows what might have happened? There are Russians involved. There are dancers at gentlemen's clubs involved. There is a mysterious individual who calls himself a hitman and claimed that he killed the Calverts and supposedly cut them up and buried them in his backyard. Things like that that people have not heard about to date. So I think from page to page you'll find that there's some very revealing information in here.
And so, do you think through all that investigation that Dennis Gerwing committed suicide, or did he meet his end in another way?
Pamela thinks, and I'll let her express her feelings, but she thinks that Dennis committed suicide. I think there was a third party involved. I think that he was killed. Pamela?
I think he committed suicide. But an interesting note, because we interviewed Dennis's brother, Fred, and my husband is really good friends with Fred for over 30 years, and Fred had a separate autopsy done on his brother, and the family did, and he asked me if we wanted the crime scene photos.
Wow.
And you're like, yes, we would. So that was an interesting thing to have those.
And it's still a mystery. No one knows whether they were killed, the Calverts, or whether they are in, some people think, witness protection, hiding somewhere. But that's unlikely because the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office has issued a suggestion, a request nationwide and worldwide to law enforcement offices to immediately let them know if a credit card is used, if they are seen anywhere, that kind of thing.
So do you think that the mystery of the disappearance of the Calverts will ever be solved?
Yes. Yes, I do. I do.
And we're hopeful
And
this
I
book
think,
will help with
yes,
that.
I do. I think it will. It's going to make people think. And sometimes when you read something, and because now they're going to have a way bigger picture when they read this book, something will go bingo, you know, in your brain. And so that, I really think it's
well, I think that's pretty interesting.
We pre-launched this book at the Long Cove Women's Club, and there's tremendous interest in it.
Wonderful. Quickly, where can people get a copy of your book?
All over the island. They can get a copy from singlestar.us or Amazon.com, and Pretty Papers, Pyramids, By Hand Ink, Markel's, Graco. It's going to be all over.
Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy.
Great information. And we will be right back with Talk of the Town.